Hello Choro-Q fans, we got another one here today. It's another one of these Qs where they basically take the old Zero body castings and then have a new chassis that can pose the wheels. This is their 12th release, and A I think is the colorway. So Tocio, I think, is probably the artist of this. Comes with this really large box because they give you some sort of toy prop. And they don't tell you what the age of this thing is. This came out in 2024, but it would be nice to have a date on the box, you know, so you, like 20 years from now, you'll know how old it is. Alright, there we go. Yeah, see, they give you these things, so they make you get this big box as well. Well, some sort of fan club thing, I don't know what that means. And there we go. And then you have all this extra tape. Seriously, I think it would have been just as fine if they put a hole right here and then had the printing on the back, like a Hot Wheels. There, a lot less waste, right? I don't know who would want to keep this in that box for display purposes. I suppose you could, but it seems weird to have something like covered in plastic. And then again, a lot of Hot Wheels people seem to do it. Well, I guess first we'll look at these little plumes of smoke as if it's burning out its tires. And I'm not sure why they would even bother writing right and left on these things, seeing how they don't seem to attach to anything. They almost look like a weird animal, like this is the head. So yeah, you can see the line of the casting where it parted and stuff, but it's like a smooth satin finish. It's not a glossy plume of smoke. Alright, well, there they are. And so here we have a really cool brown metallic. It's so cool, actually, and orange as well. It's so retro. It looks like a 1970s thing. The top here, yeah, you can see how smooth it is. The reflection of the LED is pretty decent. A little bit of orange peel if you want to be really picky, but I like that it has these clear smoked skylights, and then the windows as well. I think, let me get a flashlight. Yeah, so they're definitely smoked. They're just really dark. And then you have this dome. Let me see if we can get through on that side as well. Yeah, you can see the light there. It's a different color. It's like a brown or orange, versus these are just like a gray. Interesting. So we have some sort of venting here in between the doors. And then we have the nice door handles painted in silver with some finger recesses. And there's even silver going around that dome, just to show you how the doming, see? Neat. Possibly, it's probably a separate piece of plastic. And then the orange is not metallic, but it's printed nice, getting mostly into those panel gaps. And it says Fantastic, so that's neat. And then it's got these cool, specific to this van in the real life, wheels. And they don't have air passing between the openings, but it seems fine. It has 6 lug nuts. I think that's probably realistic. Going to the front, we have some orange turn signals painted well, some yellow headlights, and then the grille has some recessing to it. Unfortunately, the plate is just plain white. It's silly. I wish they would wrote Choro-Q or Nissan or something. This badge as well, I think, could have been printed better, like some detail. It is raised. All right. And then they did have printing here for the wiper blades. They're not three-dimensional, they're literally printed silver paint. And then there's more silver paint going around this molded surround of the windshield. This side here is a mirror image. Oh, not quite. It has a fuel filler door. And then the rear, we got some nicely separated colors in these molded taillights. And then some sort of molding there, and the recessed window. And then a literally a sticker, and then it tells you where it sits in the line of Qs. So you can see, obviously, it's already posed in a crazy way. They at some point in time, they narrowed this chassis down so you can really post it in a totally illogical fashion. Can't get the bottom one over though. I'm not sure why you'd want to pose it like that, but you could. Alright, so let's see here. If I were maybe to get this there and this coming there. So yeah, the tires are touching the ground now, and this will steer in a little bit. So it could look like it's taking a crazy turn, and it's kicking up some dust in doing so. That looks pretty neat, I think. We could lower the rear end, raise the front end, maybe go for a hopping lowrider effect, right? In fact, actually, if you don't see the other side, you could use that other wheel there to make it look like it's doing a wheelie, because the thing doesn't have a spring motor, right? These silly boxes here are to put a coin in, because if it was a spring motor, it would do a wheelie. But I guess you could just pose it like it's doing a wheelie. But as always, I just think it would be better if they got rid of this thing entirely, so you could see more of the actual van. But yeah, you can actually pose these wheels forward and back like that, which makes no sense on the rear axle, but I guess if you're doing a really sharp cartoon turn, that's one way to do it. Alright, well, nevertheless, the wheels are really nicely molded. Unlike, what's the other one I got? The Honda N1, that has such lame wheels on it. They're not even specific to a Honda. But this one has wheels specific to this van in real life. Alright, well here's a ChoroQ Zero. Granted, I took off the wheels and have a lowered with some putty stuff here. I had some black paint washed into the wheels as well. And this has a gold set of windows, quite interesting. But again, nothing on the license plate. It's a shame. A couple other Nissan vans by Choro. Here's a Zero of a school van. This is just the modern NV360 Caravan. And I have some sort of, I don't know if those are Hot Wheels or Majorette wheels there. Here's an NV policed van. Seems to have some very commercial industrial wheels on it. It doesn't tell you really what it is, but some sort of police van, and it has an opening trunk. Alright. Here's a Nissan, well, I don't want to guess, an El Grand. I was going to say Serena. And this has some 3D printed wheels that I bought with some brakes. It's really well done. The printing there, and then the side blue printing, and some sort of tax stamps on it. This is a Nissan Cube, a minivan, stock wheels from Choro-Q. I just like the asymmetry of this van. It's cool. Alright, some top view stuff. So let's get this thing on this mountainous road I've set up. So it's ripping around a mountain drive there. So I guess that is one fun part about the Qs. You can definitely get some funky photos with these things, posing them. I just wish they got rid of the coin holder, because there's no motor in it to do a wheelie anyways. I think they could redesign it to not have that rectangle back there. Alright, thanks for watching. Seems like my solar is worn out, so we'll see you in the next ChoroQ video.